about alcohol among Christians. What is alcohol? The alcohol found in beverages such as beer, wine, and brandy is ethanol, a clear, highly flammable liquid that has a high burning taste and characteristic odor. As a follower of Christ, Christians should not consume alcohol. The controversy facing the issue is Christians justify the consumption of alcohol. With so many negative effects from alcohol, there are many different solutions to such a major issue. With so many through my speech, I hope to inform you enough about the effects of alcohol that whether you're a Christian or non-Christian, you will be convinced that alcohol is something that God did not intend his people to consume. There are so many different views and arguments towards alcohol that it is impossible for me to cover them all. I will begin to touch a little on a major argument justified by Christians. The major argument that is commonly discussed by Christians is, well, Jesus drank wine. Throughout the Old and New Testament, the word wine in the Bible sometimes referred to the new or fresh grape juice. Other times it was described as an aged fermented product containing the drug alcohol. Therefore, this evidence does not support the argument that because Jesus drank wine, I can drink alcohol. The fermented wine that Jesus had once drank was nothing that has become today. The drug alcohol has become more toxic and become more something that has corrupted and destroyed many lives. Now, how could anyone say that consuming a product of that nature was intended by God, especially as a Christian? Although another reason, not only Christians, but everyone should not consume alcohol is the amount of negative effects it has on a person's life. The first negative effect alcohol has towards our body's health. Depending on the amount and duration one consumes of alcohol, a short-term effect may be alcohol poisoning, drowsiness, vomiting, headaches, and breathing difficulties. A long-term effect may look a bit different and have permanent damage, such as alcohol-related brain injuries, cancer, liver failure, memory problems, heart problems, poor nutrition, and nerve problems, and the list goes on. Another reason Christians should not consume alcohol is that it gives them a negative image, not only in God's eyes, but in those eyes around us. Romans 14:21 says, "It is good not to eat meat or drink wine or do anything that causes your brother to stumble," meaning that as a follower of God, one must not drink or eat anything that may cause harm or trouble to your neighbor. The last and most important negative effect alcohol has on God's people is that it is not considered God's will. Romans 13:13 says, "Let us walk properly as in the daylight, and not in orgies and drunkenness, not in sexual immorality and sensuality." So, what is the solution to the problem? As Christians, we must lead others by example to help those surrounding us. This looks like not drinking alcohol or doing other worldly things, always doing the right thing even when no one is watching, always giving your very best in all aspects of life. Once we can come to the understanding of what it means and looks like to lead others by example, or in other words, allowing our actions to speak louder than our words, then we can begin to inform others about what alcohol is and how it has affected and controlled our lives. Organizational solution is educating others about the negative effects of alcohol, God's will, and simply just getting involved in helping others who struggle with alcoholism. The spiritual solution would be providing scriptural evidence that illustrates God's will. Through falsely justifying negative effects and having achieved solutions, why does such a major issue continue? I am not saying that this issue will ever be non-existent. I know it's impossible for it to completely go away. but my purpose today is to educate you about the harm it has become on God's people, and to help to convince you to make a difference. As a follower of Christ, Christians should not consume alcohol. Encourage others to begin to make a difference and want to change their own lives, and someday help change someone else's.